They haven't done it with Lewis Hall. They haven't done it with lots of players. But I do believe there's lots of players out there who want to come to Manchester United. I think United are ready to go and get players. And I do believe it's definitely 2 more players. I'd love more. But United also know that they need to get the players. And they're not going to leave Carrick short. Not in his first season. That's how I see it. Now, some people might think, oh, I'm being optimistic. We've seen it time and time again where the managers haven't been backed. But he's going to get backed. And then next season, when the transfer window comes in the summer, I think that's the big one for Carrick. He's got a 2-year deal. He's got a 2-year deal, and he needs to be backed. And that squad needs strengthening, and I think it will be strengthened. And Xerxes going, that helps. I think that's the catalyst to the movement, to be honest, where it starts opening up the door. Lewis Hall, various reports coming in, and the majority of them keep saying, oh, it's going to be a difficult deal to do. I do not understand how we can all be told that it's going to be a difficult deal to do. Now we're being told it's definitely a difficult deal to do because Newcastle have sold their players. They don't need to sell. So I don't understand why people have always said doing a deal is difficult to do when Newcastle have sold 3 players. Sold 3 players, brought in loads of money, no hassle. So why is it Manchester United is a problem to deal with?
Unless the journalists actually know that Lewis Hall isn't actually making any indication or movement as to want to join Manchester United. And they're just using Lewis Hall's name just to link him to the club, just to sell column inches.
Well, it's definitely...
And they're making it out as though like it's an impossible deal.
Well, it's not an impossible deal because nothing's been spoken about. How can it be an impossible deal? Listen, put your money on the table. There you go. But you got to put the offer in. United haven't put the offer in. These reports come out saying it's a difficult deal to do because the reporters and people in the know what went on and how bitter that parting was for Dan Ashworth from Newcastle, that the 2 clubs just can't get on civilly. So there's no point in trying to talk and negotiate a deal. Yes, we got players last summer, what people thought were going to Newcastle and they ended up coming to Manchester United. Has that added to the bitterness? Now, at the end of the day, put your money on the table. That soon sorts everything out. And United haven't. They haven't done it with Lewis Hall. They haven't done it with lots of players. But I do believe there's lots of players out there who want to come to Manchester United. And at the moment, I think United might just have been playing a waiting game and they're now ready, like I said, to get the hammer and start banging on the table.
Yeah, Nikos says if Hall has ambition, he will want out of Newcastle. And just to update you early on this live, Paul, will Manchester United bid for Lewis Hall in this transfer window? 42% are saying yes, and it's going the other way now. 58% are saying no.
Yeah, I think the 58% are right, to be honest with you. I don't think United will. There is nothing on the table, nothing anywhere what has indicated to me for 3 months. And I said 3 months ago, Man United will not bid for Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall will not come to Manchester United. Newcastle want to keep him. He's a good left back. He's there. They've bought him. He's going to improve. But he's going to improve at Newcastle. That's how I see it. I don't see, at the moment, do I see Lewis Hall as the right fit for Manchester United at the moment? I think he's a good player. But if you're going to spend lots of money, you want a shoe-in player. And he ain't a shoe-in player because you've got Luke Shaw there, who is still a good performer.